Hello, I am Isabella. This is John. We work with the International Services Program at College of the Canyons. I'm a current student. And John?
Yes, hi there, everyone. I'm John. I'm a recruitment and contract management assistant with the office. How you doing, Isabella?
I am doing great. How are you, John?
Excellent. Good, good. Just a lovely day in paradise here in Southern California.
Absolutely. I mean, isn't it always? So we're here to just kind of give a little more information about the location of Santa Clarita and why that is actually really important to you determining if you want to come to COC or not. So let me set that up.
Perfect.
All right.
So you can just see here, everyone, the campus, kind of a beautiful, gorgeous day like we always have, in our email address there, our Instagram and Facebook. And I just wanted to mention, for anyone at the end of this presentation, if you're interested in applying, you should send us an email to isp@canyons.edu, and we can send you the application and get some of that information. Just wanted to get that out there.
Absolutely. And we also respond within 24 hours. Someone is always manning that email. So you will get a response. Don't even worry about it.
Yes, absolutely.
So beautiful College of the Canyons. I mean, you can see we're so close to the beach.
Yes.
This is actually the dean of our program biking on the beach at sunset.
Yes, absolutely. So this is in Santa Monica, which is it's an excellent spot, beautiful beach. We all love going there. And it's only about an hour away. It's actually a really close location relative to the LA area. And yeah, as you can see, it's just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
So just to share a little bit kind of about us, so College of the Canyons is a part of the Santa Clarita Community College District. We're a California community college, and that actually means a lot of, that can mean a lot of benefit for our international students who come to study with us, because by being a California community college, you not only have access to our resources and our education, but you have access to kind of the whole California UC and CSU educational systems.
Yeah, we have a great transfer guarantee where you are literally guaranteed a spot in a university once you're done with College of the Canyon. So it's like a trick to get into the system.
Exactly. So if you're someone like which actually was kind of my story, if you're someone in high school who wants to go to UCLA, UC Berkeley, you don't get in the first time, College of the Canyons is kind of a great second opportunity for you to do just that. Exactly like Isabel said, it's a little bit of a trick there, but it's something we want to really promote because we think it's so beneficial to our international students. And just there, you can kind of see a little bit of our vision for kind of how we want to contribute to the global international community, specifically to bring out the best in every student and equip them to make a difference for the betterment of our society, with our value, spirit of leadership and achievements.
And that could be for anything, a certificate program, an associate degree. It doesn't have to be just a transfer to a big university. The beautiful thing about College of the Canyons is it's really focused on the individual student and what you need, rather than the numbers that they can send off to UCLA at the end of the year.
Absolutely, Isabel, I totally agree. So just kind of give a quick rundown before we get to some of the details of the location that Isabella was mentioning. Santa Clarita is one of the safest cities in California and the nation. It's a beautiful location. We'll be able to show you some kind of photos of the area. It's a what's called a master plan community, which means there's a lot of amenities, there's a lot of parks, there's bike trails, and that's all been specifically designed in advance of when the community was developed. We have a great 10-to-1 staff to ISP staff to student ratio. We have a lot of online classes now because, of course, many of our opportunities and courses now have to be done online due to ongoing global events, and College of the Canyons has been on the cutting edge of kind of online education for decades now. And to reference again the transfer guarantee Isabella was mentioning, we have a guaranteed transfer to UC-CSU as long as you complete the requirements of College of the Canyons. It's a great system. It's a great way to save a lot of money also, because you can have 2 years with us on our reduced tuition versus a full 4 years at a UC. It's a great savings.
Absolutely. And for the online classes, since I'm currently taking them right now, I just want to say that they actually, while there are some downfalls, they actually do feel like a classroom environment. It doesn't feel like you're just staring at a wall being force-fed information. The teachers really do their best to make you feel like you're in a classroom and learning.
Excellent. So just to kind of situate College of the Canyons really quickly here, if you look at the third row from the bottom, we right there, exactly. We offer what's called an associate degree as a community college. And so you can do your first 2 years with us, kind of your first and second year of higher education. And then you can do your second 2 years at a UC, CSU, or another college if you transfer to a private university. If you go even outside of California, we've had many students transfer to colleges outside of the state. And then that's kind of the role we play, is those first 2 years of kind of your general education, as we call it, can be completed with us. So the CSU system, of course, has 23 campuses. The UC system has 9. There's thousands of other campuses all over California, all over the country. And our transfer guarantee program and just the general academic achievement of College of the Canyons has allowed our students to go to Berkeley, to go to Harvard, to go kind of all over, wherever you want to go. If you can achieve it, you can achieve it at College of the Canyons.
Absolutely. And you can see this really nice visual over here of all of California. And here we are, just, I mean, a stone's throw away from the beach, from the coastline, but still just outside of Los Angeles, so you don't have to deal with all of the downfalls of being in a city.
Absolutely.
Which brings us really nicely to, why does location actually matter so much when you go to school? And I think for me, it's very important to feel safe and secure in your location if you are going to learn. If you are constantly worried about something going on outside your home with loud noises in an apartment complex, the safety issues of maybe downtown LA, driving a really long time to get to school when we do get to go back, there's a lot that comes into play with where you actually want to be. And the wonderful thing about Santa Clarita is it is one of the top safest cities in the entire country, let alone in California. And it's so beautiful. I mean, just look at how stunning this is. These are pictures that were taken, what, a week ago?
Yes, that's right, Ysabella. And I want to emphasize, these were taken by members of the ISP staff. This is not, professional photographer.
Right, exactly. Like, this was an iPhone taking this picture.
It really is that gorgeous, and it's all year round.
Yeah, there's something really special about being in a space like this. I think it's really conducive to learning, especially when you are stuck inside and doing online classes. Having such a stunning outdoor space really encourages you to go and get that fresh air that you need.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. In a time like this, I think that's a great point, Ysabella. You really would want to have an environment that is usually pretty dry. It's usually not raining. It never snows here, so that you can go outdoors and kind of go for a walk and still be able to do it safely, social distance, because our community is relatively less populated. It's not as condensed as downtown, so you can really go for hikes, go for walks, go bike riding, and you don't have to worry about being kind of around crowds. It's an excellent environment.
Exactly. And it's just so comfortable and nice. Again, here is just where we are located as in comparison to the rest of the country. And again, some more photos.
Yeah, exactly. And the slide references, of course, we're about an hour. We're 40 minutes from Hollywood, 30 minutes from Universal Studios, an hour and 10 from Disneyland, depending on how you drive. So it's the beauty of so maybe I shouldn't have admitted that, but
yeah, that's fair.
90 minutes. Let's say 90 minutes. That's probably
sure.
But you have the beauty of Santa Clarita, and of course you have the LA area that is still really accessible for you as a student at College of the Canyon, which is it's so great that you have kind of that balance of both.
Yeah, Los Angeles is one of those places where you can really try and do anything that you want, but sometimes you really just don't want to be in the middle of the city to have that opportunity. So you kind of get the best of both worlds in Santa Clarita, since you are really, really close to anything you might want to do.
Yes.
So John actually grew up in Santa Clarita. And so these are just kind of some really beautiful images of the neighborhood. And John, why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Thank you, Ysabella. No, yeah, exactly right. So I grew up in Santa Clarita, was a student at College of the Canyons for my first 2 years, and before transferring to UC Berkeley. So I really feel like it's really special that I can share my experience with you all. So yeah, the top left is just one of those beautiful bike paths. They're all over Santa Clarita. There's just many of them. I still haven't biked them all, and I've been living here for 20 years. Then to the right of that there's that's a lake complex. Our director actually, I believe, lives in that area. It's a beautiful, and it's funny because we keep saying beautiful and gorgeous, but so many of these areas really just are that way. And then to the right of that is another local park, and again, that's just another completely different, beautiful park location. And they're just scattered over the valley. On the left in the middle, you can see that. So that one is a really dramatic photo, I believe our director actually took. So that's one of the rare occasions when we did have a storm. But even in that situation, it's still quite lovely to look at in its own way. Below that is
what the two storms that we get out of the year.
Yeah, exactly. The two. But see, even when you get the two storms, they're beautiful to look at.
They're still ridiculously gorgeous. Like, what other words could we even use to describe that?
Exactly. And then so below that, that's just another completely different, like kind of a mini park in one of the malls nearby, which you kind of have this like a bridge going over a lake, and it's picturesque. It's amazing. To the right of that, we have the Diane G. Van Hook. She's our chancellor of the University Center, named in her honor. It's a beautiful modern location. I always love doing whenever we have events there, when there's student meetings that we're able to go attend there. It's beautiful. There's a great view from there of kind of parts of the Santa Clarita Valley. Again, another gorgeous location at COC. And then that's kind of an aerial shot. So this one we do think was taken by a professional, but aerial shot of the Santa Clarita, some of the mountains. And you can't quite see it here well, but there's a lot of hiking that we have in the mountains. There's trails that are constantly maintained. They're really well manicured. So you can kind of hike from the valleys up through the mountains, and it's beautiful. And most days if you go, especially even in summer, if you go early enough, it's still in the 60s and 70s. It's beautiful. You can hike all the way up, and then you have the shade. There's a lot of shade and trees coming on your way down. It's just amazing.
Yeah, and when we say hike, we also don't mean like crazy outdoorsy people. There's something in there for everyone. So if you want to go for a nice walk through the woods, that's available to you, as is the heavy 8-mile hike up into the very top of the mountain. So there's something really there for everyone.
Absolutely.
This is the gorgeous COC campus in Southern California. As you can see, it's really modern. It's remarkably new and is continually being renovated to be even better and more accessible for more students. We have plenty of parking. And you can see that with the sprawl, there's green everywhere. You can go and sit outside, read under a tree, what people do.
No, it's absolutely incredible because, I was a student here a couple of years ago, and even in the last couple of years since I left, like how they changed the campus, added new buildings. The bottom photo there is our Performing Arts Center.
Yeah.
I've been there a while, but I think they've renovated the inside. It's just amazing how it's always new. It feels like it's always being renewed, and it's always a new campus.
Yeah, there's something great about all the windows as well. I just think it's so important not to feel like you're in prison when you're in a school. You need to feel like you're actually enjoying your time there.
Absolutely, yeah, the natural light makes a big difference. Oh, you can see the Performing Arts Center, the inside.
Yeah. There it is. I mean, again, it's just stunning. The University Center, again, is this really nice, like modern setup. We had, 2,000 students graduate last year. So this is a picture from that graduation, which is just incredible.
It is, and we also have a second, our Canyon Country campus as well. So sometimes for students who might happen to live kind of close to the Canyon Country area, we have a campus there as well that students can take classes at.
Yeah, it's really great how accessible the school makes their schooling. Even now with online classes, these online classes were available beforehand too. This isn't really as new of a thing for us as it is for a lot of other schools.
And we have sports. We really wanted to just kind of highlight, because we're really proud of our sports program. We have 19 state championships in golf. We have a national football championship and 13 conference titles. We have 3 baseball state championships. We have 4 cross country state championships. We're really proud of the athletic program that we have. We've had many accounts go to the NCAA Division I. It's really excellent programs that we have. So you can see the list there on the right of kind of some of what we have to offer. Men's and women's sports, we're really proud of the programs.
Yeah, I think it's cool too, because a lot of schools just have athletics for the sake of having athletics, but we are actually good at it. Like, it's actually something people want to come here to do.
Exactly.
So again, here's just some more examples of this beautiful community.
Yeah, exactly right. Santa Clarita. It's, like you can see some of the on the left there, that's our local mall that which to me it looks like a damn museum, but it's just it's just like a local little mall for us. You see the location. We have Six Flags Magic Mountain. That's a little bit too much for me, but I'm told a lot of our students who enjoy roller coasters, I think, seem to really enjoy it. And you have another lake, I think they're on the ride, which is just another. I lose track of them because there's so many. That's the beauty of like a master plan community, is that there's so many of these attractions and lakes and parks and things that they've been installing as they're building out the valley. You can't even. It's gonna be hard to visit them all even in 2 years.
Yeah, absolutely. And then up here, you've got another hiking caption from All Trails, which is one of my favorite hiking apps. It's basically just gives you a shot of all the trails in the area. So even the ones that are a little bit less populated, you can go and find. So you don't have to deal with, if you don't want to deal with a very populous hike, you can go and actually enjoy it. Okay, so I personally have lived in Los Angeles for about 6 years now. And though I just started going to College of the Canyons last year, I've had a lovely experience in the area. I mean, Disneyland, again, like we said, like John mentioned, it's only an hour away, depending on how you drive. We have baseball games nearby. I think this was at the Angels Stadium. I don't think this was the Dodgers, but I mean, that's just, those happen all the time. The sports atmosphere is great. There are plenty of different sports games that you can go to, depending on what you like. There are concerts. Obviously, I love the beach. This was the one time I tried surfing, which didn't go well, but it was a fun time. Yeah, and so these hikings, this one was Runyon Canyon, which is a little bit more central to the Los Angeles area. And this one is Lizard Rock, which is pretty close to Santa Clarita. And it's, if you go from below it, the whole rock actually looks like a lizard. It's really cool. So it just, and it's such a sweeping landscape. It really gives you a sense of, even though you're in a city, you don't feel like you're in a city. And I think that's really special if you can walk for 20 minutes into the forest and feel like you're in the wilderness. That's something I look for when I go hiking and being outside. So I really like enjoying all the things that the area has to offer. You can't beat the lifestyle, which is literally what that says, because there's something there for everybody. Whatever you like, music, sports, amusement parks, outside in general, there's something there for everyone.
Yeah, exactly right. And so just to kind of recap some of the benefits of College of the Canyons from the academic perspective, because of course location is so important, but we also have $10,000 a year tuition, which is $50,000 less than Berkeley. It can be tens of thousands of dollars less, and that's a real cost savings for students. We have really small really small class sizes that allows a level of individualized attention that is really unique to the kind of the community college system, because I can tell you that once you've transferred to UC Berkeley, UCLA, you're in the large lecture hall, and there's benefit to that. You have great professors, and those are great programs too. But having that individualized attention, especially for your first 2 years, I think is really key to help you mastering concepts, getting used to being a college student, kind of getting those skills that you're going to really, really need to succeed in the UC system. And we have free tutoring, we have a library, state-of-the-art equipment. It's a great, from the purely academic perspective, in addition to location perspective, COC has an absolutely amazing campus and program for students.
Absolutely. And I think the transition from high school to college, or from normal adult life to college, is such a big one that it's really important to have that kind of support in order to help you succeed. And I really do think College of the Canyons has kind of mastered that.
Absolutely. So this is just to kind of re-emphasize the 2+2 program, which is kind of what it's called when you transfer from the community college to the four-year university. And the great thing about it is, you do your first 2 years of general education with us, and then your second in your major, second 2 years at the four-year university of your choice. You have the guaranteed transfer system. And what that really does is that essentially any major you want, if you can think of it, and I can guarantee you it will be offered at a UC or CSU, and you can start with us, transfer there, and complete that major. Truly any major you want. So, we have hundreds of programs here at College of the Canyons ourselves, and we have every major in the UC CSU system. We kind of have the best of both worlds in that way. And it's a great opportunity that I think for students is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you there.
And then this here is our team. You can see our dean, Dr. Cheng Levine, Tim Honadel, our director, Maritza, who helps with admissions, and as well as AJ, Naomi, who's our immigration specialist, and Amy. And then of course, me and Ysabella are also part of the team, and we're really here to support you and kind of help you succeed, help you achieve whatever you want to achieve, and help you come to College of the Canyons.
Yeah, as a current and former student, both of us have the unique perspective on what the school can actually offer you as a student. So any kind of questions that you have like that, you aren't going to get better answers because I'm going through it and John has gone through it. So we're really just here to support and help whatever you need.
Thank you all very much. So again, you can see here our Facebook, our Instagram, and our Twitter handles. So please follow us, our dean, and the information. And again, for anyone who's interested in applying or has any questions, please email us at isp@canyons.edu. You can also just, if you Google us, COC ISP, we're usually one of the first things to pop up, and you can see a lot more information there.
Yeah, we look forward to hearing from you.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Ysabella. This was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Thanks, John. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.